What is going on, Sumolings? It's Lindsay from AppSumo. Thank you for joining us for another product walkthrough. We're going to get going in just a minute. I just want to give everybody a little bit of time to trickle in. But today we have Adite from Gumlet. Gumlet automatically optimizes images so that your pages load faster and visitors stay engaged for longer. It's a very simple tool to use that will upgrade your website. So we're very excited to dive into it today. Gumlet is available right now on AppSumo, starting at just $49. Before I turn this over to the walkthrough, I just want to give y'all, just tell you two quick things. First, if you have any questions about the tool, how to get set up, how the deal is structured, anything like that, you can feel free to leave a question in the Q&A box below the video. We actually have Divyesh from Gumlet will be down there answering your questions in real time, and then we'll kind of recap those answers at the end of the video again. And next, we're going to send out a replay not long after we finish this recording. So just in case you have to jump out early, or if you're worried about missing anything or taking notes, you can always rewatch this webinar as many times as you want. So, all right, let's get started. Adite, thank you for joining us today.
Hello, Sumolings.
Yeah, all right. Are you ready to get started?
Yeah, I'm ready to get started. Thanks, Lindsay, for the introduction. Yeah.
Of course. I'm going to turn this over to you. I'm going to turn off my mic. I'm going to turn off my video. I'm going to disappear. But you can take it over.
Sounds good.
Right.
Hello, everyone. So today we'll walk through what is our product, how it helps you in getting the images optimized, and what is the magic behind it, and how it can benefit for your web applications. So our product is pretty simple. As the graphic shows on our homepage, you bring the image and we optimize it for each and every mobile devices which are out there, so that your images are always displayed in the perfect format, perfect size for any device which the user is visiting. What we are doing here is that we have pretty simple graphics about how it works, right? So there are pretty basic steps how to get it working. First step is to tell us about your image source. What happens is that you need to configure where your original images are stored, and then our system can recognize where the images are stored actually. That's the first part. Then Gumlet takes over and it does all the image resize optimization, real time, smart and automatic way. And then we deliver all your images through content delivery network. We use CloudFront as your CDN currently, which has like more than 100 plus pop. I think last time I checked, it was 190 pops across the world. And we do support custom CDN if you have a very really high usage terms, right? And then those images are served to the end user through the CDN. So that's the pretty basic setups. Now I will walk you through how to get started and how to integrate Gumlet with your application. It's very simple and like takes just a few minutes to get started. So as a first step, you need to log into our application. So it's pretty simple. I already logged in. So if you're not logged in, you can sign up and you'll be presented with this screen. Here there are three steps. First step is to tell us where your images are stored. Second step is to integrate with your application. I will cover it later. And then you are ready to launch. So let's get started with setting up the source, right? So for this webinar, I have prepared a simple blog on WordPress. It is on appsumo.gumlet.com. So those who are live right now can just visit this link, appsumo.gumlet.com, and you can see the blog, which is it's a very pretty simple basic blog, which is live with a single image right now, and we will set up on this. So let's get started. First step is to just click on the add source button. Here you are given multiple choices about like how many where your images are stored. For your WordPress blog, generally it is the best choice to choose is a web folder. But if you are not on a WordPress and you're integrating with your own platform, you might want to use Amazon S3 bucket or a DigitalOcean Spaces bucket or Cloudinary even, and even Google Cloud Storage. Right now, we will just use our website as a base address. For WordPress users, we recommend that you just enter the website address and nothing else, right? Now we have set up the source. Next thing we want to do is that we want to just add. Next thing we want to do is that we just want to add something like a subdomain for serving the images. So I'll just put it try appsumo.gumlet.com. Perfect. So click next. Here you can set the basic parameters about the source. It says that we will automatically convert WebP images to the supported browsers. This is a great way because your users who support WebP browser, we are using the WebP compatible browser like Chrome and Opera and Mozilla Firefox. They will get the WebP images, and we automatically compress images without using any visual quality. We recommend that you turn this on. There are also options to select multiple other parameters which our API supports. You can set it right here. And on top of that, you can set an error image. For example, some images are broken. You can easily add the image URL, and the broken image will be replaced by this image. Anyway, we'll go ahead and click finish right now. Great. So we have set up source done. Let's see the setup instructions. Now, the system presents with three different kind of setup options. First one is Gumlet library. So if you are integrating with anything like your own web application or your web or your e-commerce stores or anything like that, this is a very easy way to integrate. All you need to do is copy paste this JavaScript library and paste it in the head section of your HTML. And second step you need to do is you need to replace all your images from SRC to data SRC. Why it is necessary is because when you keep it as a SRC, the browser starts loading the image immediately as the web page loads. We want to prevent that. And putting the data SRC will actually make the browser serve the most optimized version of the image. Once the two steps are done, your custom website is live and ready to serve images through Gumlet. For today's tutorial, we are going to work on the second option, which is WordPress plugin, right? WordPress plugin is a no-code plugin. What it means is that you don't need any kind of coding to integrate this plugin with your WordPress website. You just need one-click installation, setup, and you are done. So we'll walk through that process. We have a third option, which is a manual integration, where you get the complete control about all the different aspects of image delivery. And you can visit our documentation page called docs.gumlet.com, and there you have all of image APIs available and all the entire documentation available. So if you are doing that, just be sure to visit our documentation page. Anyway, heading back to the WordPress plugin. So as I told you before, we have created a pretty basic WordPress website right now. I'll go to the backend of the WordPress website and see what we can do about how we can get started about this. Okay, so here we are. There is a WordPress backend panel. We'll go to the plugins page. Right now you can see I don't have any plugin, but it's very likely that you will have a lot of plugins here. We'll click add new button. I'll search Gumlet here and press enter. Okay, so it's showing there's a WordPress automatic image optimization and compression and lazy load plugin. Okay, so we'll install it right now. The plugin is installed. Now, before activating it, I want to show how the image looks like currently. So this is our post, and the image is displayed here. Now, if we check it out, it is actually a 580 pixel width container, but the image which is displayed here is huge. It's 2000 pixel image, right? So we want to address this issue by doing our image optimization, because we don't want a 2000 pixel image to be served on this small container, right? And now the image, as you can see, currently the image is being loaded from appsumo.gumlet.com, which is our website. This can be your website.com, right? But this is our test website right now. Now we'll go ahead and activate the plugin. Okay, so plugin is activated. Now you need to click on settings and go to this place. Now this will be blank when you load the plugin, but you should actually put the source which we have just created, and we'll put it here. We'll also enable the auto format, auto compress images, and lazy load. Gumlet supports all these things, so you don't need any other lazy load library when you are using Gumlet. So we recommend that you disable all your lazy loading library when Gumlet is active, and it will take care of lazy load. If you are not a fan of lazy load, you can always come and disable it in the Gumlet. Now we'll save these options. Okay, so settings are saved. Now we'll head back to our website and reload it. Please be sure that if you are using any caching plugin like a WP Rocket or W3 Total Cache, please be sure to flush all these caches after you integrate Gumlet, because our settings will not reflect on your front end web page until you flush a cache. Now let's see how the image looks like. The image is completely changed now. Rather than a huge tag, now we have just one src tag with the correct image URL, and now you can see the image size is 1200 pixels compared to more than 2000 pixels. Here you can see what we have done. It is appending that the width is 600 pixel only. Our container is 580, so 600 is the nearest one which we supported. And my screen is a MacBook Pro, so it's a reduced aspect ratio of 2.0. So that's why it's loading a 1200 pixel image. Now let's see how this happens. I've copied the other URL before. That image was actually of 200 kilobytes. And now let's see how the optimized image look like. The optimized image is only of 45 kilobytes. Now you can see that we have reduced the image weight by more than 75% by just integrating with Gumlet. Why it happens? Because we take care of the correct format, we take care about the correct size, we take care about all the compression, and the end result is stunning looking images even without any issues. Let's see how this actually works in terms of SEO. So there are some questions which we received before about SEO. So what we are doing here is that we are actually putting a link header along with the images, which says to search engines that the image actually belongs to appsumo.gumlet.com, which is it can be like your site, which is a your site example.com, and it actually belongs to that site with a rel canonical header. What happens is that the search engines will always keep the images referring to your site compared to they attributing the image to our site. So even though the URL of your image will look like try something.gumlet.com, it actually means that it actually tells search engine it's just another version of image which is hosted in this site. So you all never lose SEO benefit when you integrate Gumlet, right? So here we are with a Gumlet source. The plugin is activated, and as you can see, you get all the advantages. Now let me show you the magic which Gumlet does when you switch to a mobile landscape. So I'll switch to a mobile page. Let's select iPhone 6, and I will reload the page. What happens when iPhone 6 is detected is that we only load a 720 pixel image, whereas the original image was more than 2000 pixels. We have resize the image on our server in real time, and prepare this version right now. So what happens is that to the users who are visiting from mobile, they will get even more image optimization as a result of using this plugin, right? And if you want to see this one, this image is even smaller than the one which you checked before. Let's see how many bytes this image is. It's only 22 kilobytes. You can see that the image is even more optimized on mobile devices. This is great, right? Because what happens is that you don't need to code or resize or make image for any mobile device or any desktop device. All these image optimization, resizing things are handled by us in a seamless manner, right? So this is what we have to show you as of now. So this is a very pretty basic example about like how to integrate with Gumlet with a WordPress site. Now there can be like this is a very simple site, but you can have a complex website with a lot of images. Don't worry, we have in fact worked a lot in past few days and updated our plugin to make it compatible with almost any kind of themes, websites, and editors and different kind of plugins. So go ahead and do try it out, because this is something which can save you a lot of time and efforts. And this deal is like a once in a lifetime kind of deal where you can get this at a very discounted rate and get all your websites optimized. Now let me also reiterate again that this is not only for WordPress. You can go ahead and check it out, the setup instructions. The instructions are always there for other website as well. So if you are not using WordPress, you can always custom code it using this JavaScript tags and just a minor change on image tags, and you will be live on any platform. So this can work on any web-based platform. And let me also mention that our library JavaScript SDK, which is mentioned here, this one works with all front-end frameworks as well. So for example, if either you are using say Angular framework or React, or you are using any kind of jQuery library, everything is supported by this plugin. So you're just doing this 1 and 2 step changes, everything should work perfectly fine on your website. And we have taken care about everything which is happening in the backend when in terms of images, right? There are a huge number of different kind of customizations and API requests which are possible right now. We have listed all of them here on our documentation page. So we recommend that you just check this out, which is this docs.gumlet.com. We also have a link to this on the homepage. We have guides for WordPress, Magento. We have detailed image APIs reference if you want to see, for example, do some advanced thing, like for example, if you want to crop images in a different way, or say if you want to convert it to a different format, or whether you want to apply some kind of brightness or saturation or any changes. Huge number of API operations supported through our API. Second thing is that our library, which I mentioned, the Gumlet.js, has also a huge number of customization operations available. So you can check this out on our API page. It has got all the configuration parameter reference, as well as all the examples about how to do. So for example, how to enable lazy loading of images, how to set some images as a background, or say how to enable automatic web page support. All these things are available here, right? And obviously, if you are and you're coming to AppSumo, we have a lot of FAQs here. We have FAQs in terms of general image delivery and things like that, right? So do make sure to check this out. I think we are pretty good here right now. Just to recap, what I did was I went to the account. I logged into Gumlet. I created a source by clicking add source button. We went to web folder. We added our website URL, and we chose our subdomain. And in the next screen, we configured our parameters. different kind of parameters. We just, for a WordPress site, we just recommend you to leave it as empty. Otherwise, if you really you don't want to know what you're doing, you can obviously modify this. And then in the cache management section, you also get like a cache purging. For example, you change some image, you can purge the cache here, or you can change the cache duration here as well. Our analytics panel right now would have very simple kind of analytics. We have just served a few images, so there is only one request and 152 kilobytes served, consumed, and you get a detailed analytics here. If you are new to AppSumo and you're still figuring out, you can go to the account section, and in the coupon section, just put your AppSumo coupon here and click redeem, and you can get started by using this deal. So thanks a lot, everybody, for tuning in. This is what we have done. We have integrated this Gumlet with our WordPress blog, and I have shown you how easy it is. Now, I will just. I think we have a few questions here right now.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. So and we while we have started running this deal, still we also have some few questions which I got. So we'll cover all of them right now in the webinar. So let's get started.
All right. So I would like to ask y'all this question from Ian. Does using Gumlet mean that I can avoid having to do any resizing or image compressing? That is, that I can simply use graphics of any size and quality, and Gumlet will handle them all.
Yes, correct. So whenever you are putting any kind of our Gumlet plugin on your website, you don't need any kind of backend resizing pipelines on your servers. So you can just put an original version of your image on any kind of source, just the way we have done. There is only one image which is here, but then it can generate as many images required for the user in the real time. So that's the beauty of it. You never need to manage any other thumbnails or other versions of your images, but you just can easily get this done through this our API. So that's in a nutshell. You don't need to do any work after integrating with Gumlet.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
This question has come up a bit. I would like y'all to just highlight some of the features that separate you from other other products like yours.
Okay. So there are a few products out there in the market who are doing something like this. So I'll just list out whatever we are doing, which is unique. So for first one is that our plugin is, as I mentioned, is the most automatic plugin out there. So you just and it's not limited to only WordPress. It can work on any website. So you can just check the JavaScript as I mentioned, and take this one and put it on any kind of website which is there, whether it's built with any kind of client frameworks, and it just works. So this JavaScript is pretty automatic, and it handles everything, and it's SEO friendly. So that's one thing. Second thing is that we always deliver through the best CDN which is there out there in the market, which is Amazon CloudFront. So all your images are stored through the best CDN, and regardless of what is where your image has stored. So what happens is that your users get the images in the fastest manner, and you get the best page speed score by using Gumlet. Apart from that, third thing is that you can easily get this plugin can easily integrate with any kind of WordPress website in just one single click without any kind of coding. So you just need to enter this URL, and then it's your URL and web source, and it's integrated. So that is also a huge advantage when you come to this. And lastly, our pricing is much better. So if you ever even run out of AppSumo deal or the GBs, or per GB pricing is still something which you can always rely on, and you can always use even if you are scaling to a terabytes of images. So that should be like pretty helpful to customers who are thinking of scaling in near term. So that's all which is differentiating.
That is awesome. Thank you so much. This really is a great product. Is there anything else that y'all want to say, or I can close this out?
I think we're pretty done. Divesh?
Yes, I guess we have covered most of our FAQs. I would like you to cover what happens to the original images, when Gumlet optimizes them.
Oh, yeah.
Do users get the optimized images or not? How is that handled?
Oh, yeah. Okay. So this question came out a lot during our launch, which is that what happens to my original image? That's the first question. Now we don't never touch your original images. So original images which of yours which are stored either on Amazon S3 or on your website or whatever storage system, we only get a read access to them. So we never touch the original images. They remain as it is. What this means is that you get total control about your original images, and you never have to worry about them getting modified or deleted or anything. So you always get the best resolution and the highest quality version of your images with you. Now, second question which we see on follow-up of this is that what happens with my processed images? What if I tomorrow stop using Gumlet or uninstall the plugin? So how it works is that when we optimize and resize the images, they are cached on our CDN and on our internal caches. Those will remain there as long as you keep using our service. So your caches will help you serve the images faster through CDN and through our caches. Now, when you uninstall the plugin or when you stop using the service, those processed caches will eventually flush out and you won't have the optimized images. So there are some concerns about this. Why do I lose the optimization? Now, the answer to that is that if what we have done is that we have hyper optimized your image delivery. So we would have created hundreds of different versions of your images for your users. And it is not reliable or not even cost effective for you to save those hundreds of versions on your servers for a long time. That's why we just store it in a cache, and whenever the usage is done, we just evict from the cache. So to answer the question, we never touch original images, but your process images are always available as long as you are using the service. And after you stop using the service, the cache will be flushed in some time. So that's it.
Okay.
Awesome. And we did get, sorry, we got one more question in the chat that I would like us, yeah. Is it possible to exclude some images from optimization, like images from shop logos, which are not allowed to change in terms of quality or size?
Sure. So you can always easily tell the library to not process some kind of images. For example, you can always say that you can always put say let me show you here. Yeah, so here it is. So you can always ignore images using this tag. If you add this tag to an image, which is data Gumlet equal to false, the Gumlet will never process your images. So this is the best way to just stop the images from getting processed by Gumlet. If you want to do it by any kind of CSS class or something like that, we also have a configuration available here, so you can easily do that. There is kind of different kind of flexibility is available with this library, so you can do anything you want.
Awesome. I love doing anything I want. All right, if we don't have any other last questions, anything else you guys can think of, I can turn on my camera and close this out.
Yeah, I guess we have covered most of the FAQs that we have received, including the SEO part and everything. So I guess, yeah, it's done from our side.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with us today and taking us on a tour of your product. Gumlet is wildly easy to use, as y'all saw, and you can get started today in only 3 steps. What are you waiting for, Sumolings? If you've not already redeemed your codes for Gumlet, I highly recommend that you head over to appsumo.com/Gumlet, or you can browse on AppSumo right now. It's starting at just $49. It's backed by AppSumo's 60-day guarantee. So feel free to get set up, play around with it, see how it works for your website. Whoa, crazy noises are happening. I have no idea what that is. But thank you all of you. Please leave them on the deal page. And we will get those answered for you. We look forward to seeing how this upgrades your website. Thank you again for joining us.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for hosting us.
All right. Have a good one.
You too. Bye.